For a long time, I thought something was wrong with me. I was tired, not physically, but emotionally. And no matter how much rest I got, the exhaustion stayed. I didn't complain. I didn't ask for help. I told myself this was just how life feels when you're trying to be everything for everyone. But one day, I noticed something. I wasn't tired because I was doing too much. I was tired because I was constantly adjusting myself. I learned early how to read people, not because I wanted to, but because it felt necessary. I could sense shifts in tone before words were spoken. I noticed silences. That meant more than sentences. So I softened my opinions. I delayed my needs. I explained my feelings gently, or not at all. People appreciated that. They called me understanding, mature, easy to be around. What they didn't see was how much of myself I was quietly setting aside. With friends, I listened more than I spoke. I carried emotions that weren't mine to hold. I made space for everyone else without realizing. I was slowly disappearing from my own life. In my family, I learned that peace mattered more than honesty. That harmony meant staying agreeable. That being loved often meant being useful. So I became careful. I chose my words. I learned when to stay silent, and that silence followed me into my relationships. There were moments when I wanted to speak, when something didn't feel right, and I stopped myself. Not because I didn't know what to say, but because I didn't want to change the mood. That's when I realized something unsettling. I wasn't quiet because I lacked confidence. I was quiet because I had learned that my emotions were negotiable. When you do this long enough, something shifts. You stop knowing what you feel, what you want, what you need. You become very good at understanding others and very distant from yourself. One day, I felt empty, not because there was nothing inside me, but because I had been giving everything away. Healing didn't begin when I became louder. It began when I became honest. Honest about discomfort. Honest about boundaries. Honest about moments when I needed space. Not everyone welcomed that change. And that taught me something important. The people who benefit from your silence will often resist your voice. That doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means you're doing something different. Now, when I feel the urge to shrink myself, I pause. I ask myself one question. Where am I making myself smaller? To keep peace? Because peace that requires your disappearance is not peace at all. And the moment you stop shrinking, you don't lose connection. You find the ones that were real all along.